Game number 1 between two undefeated players. Currently 2-0 in group. Sorry, it is Group B. Just having a quick look at my on my screen there. They're both 2-0, and they're looking to go 3-0. Only one player can do it. And this is a bit of a storied matchup. We've seen this one before, and every time we've seen it, Zen has come out on top. He's looked like Zen today. You know, when Zen plays like Zen, that's bad news for everybody else, because no one else can really play like Zen. He's the only one who can be Zen, or at least the only person who's been Zen up until this point. I don't know, nobody else is as Zen-y as him. But one player who is quite Zen-y is Nwpo. He is, I think, often compared to Zen because of his playstyle is highly mechanical, very fast playstyle. But even he has not been able to out-Zen in any of the matches that they've played against each other up until now. Already Zen is off to a great start in the group. With Moxie actually dropping a series earlier on today, it is wide open for Zen to race into first place, keep the pressure on Moxie, who is the other favorite in this group. Great cut and field there from Zen. Spotted the angle Nwpo is coming from and took it right past him without any difficulty. That's a great touch by Zen to threaten the counter-attack already. Nwpo spotted the play coming a mile away though. That's a very successful challenge. First goal of the game for the Saudi Arabian pro. Zen trying to get tricky, trying to move laterally with the wave dashes on that approach. Keep Nwpo guessing, and Nwpo just ignored that and went straight for the ball. It's a big kickoff win by Zen. And an equally good shot that Nwpo really could not contest. Very side onto the ball there, Nwpo. Bit of a mistake. You know, if he was expecting Zen to be weak on that side, then it makes sense, but it didn't look like Zen had a weak side there on that kickoff. Not the side that Nwpo went for. This one will be a ball Nwpo can collect. Zen is right in front of him though, just annoying him. And even creating a goal-scoring chance here for himself. Great recovery by Zen. Nwpo somewhat surprised him with the rush challenge, but Zen was able to just half-flip right back into position. Wants a double reset there. Actually flipped away from the ball. That's a rare thing to see. Zen losing control of an aerial play. And Nwpo will be glad to see it though, as it leaves the net wide open so that he can score for his second time. In the previous matches these guys have played against each other, Nwpo's tried to do his usual thing in 1v1, and Nwpo's usual thing in 1v1 is outpacing people. He's outpaced phenomenal players in the past. Even in qualifying, he was able to outpace Drally, who's known for his speed. Nwpo's given Daniel a hard time the first time they played. Most recent time they played, Daniel actually beat him though. Worth mentioning. Nwpo's recent ones record running into Salt Mine 3 wasn't actually the best. He was on a bit of a losing streak of 5 series in a row. And now he's on a win streak. Oh my days, he's been outplayed by that play. What was this from Zen? That's one reset, there's another one. And he just slots it in the blink of an eye. Nwpo did not think he had an angle there. That's crazy that he's able to contort his car and pull that one out of the bag. Nwpo with the compliment, not a lot of salt on the receiving end of that play. Now he stops Zen, sorry. Gets going in the other direction. Nwpo with a reset, top shelf, and it's in. And it's turned into a freestyle 1v1. This could happen in this matchup, and I don't think anybody's gonna have a problem with it. Nwpo gonna take Zen on in the aerial battle quite gladly. How many flip resets can these guys score in a row? Let's see if we can keep count. Zen just going to score a ground shot to bring the streak to an end. Not this time. Nice recovery there by Nwpo as well, covered in the follow-up shot. Zen staying safe in the back corner away from Adzemo. Now getting started with the counter. He's still got a dodge here, but he doesn't get the shots on target. And again, Nwpo's going to pick up a freebie. That's the third easy goal he's had this game. And they're all off overextensions from Zen. Fatigue starting to set in, perhaps. Zen at the end of a long day of Rocket League. Unable to keep the pieces together. That's going to be a big part of this Salt Mine 3 group stage format. Who can play consistently? Well, Zen's responded quite well to that previous misplay. Gets another flip resets on target. Perfect control. Really not a lot Nwpo can do. I don't talk about it all that often these days because the Middle East players are just so good at it, but we do always have to remember that Nwpo's playing with 104 ping right now. It's honestly astonishing that he's able to do what he does with that kind of connection, as I'm sure anyone who's living or has played in the Middle East can attest to. Is very difficult. I always encourage you guys who tune into my stream to give it a go. Find a server somewhere that gives you 100 ping, play with it, play on that server, and then see what the game looks like. It's a totally different game, and he's able to play it very well. You know, regardless of that, you're going to have a hard time reading some of these plays. Zen is getting very, very tricky with it. He is not holding back at all. You'd think that after conceding 3 pretty easy counter-attack goals in one game, Zen would maybe dial it back in offense a little bit. But that is not what he does. He just takes it to the next level, and he has completely opened the scoreline up again. Simply wave dashing into position, picking up the pads, and sticking it in the top corner. It's not all about just lunging into the ball. I think that's something that people realize when they watch Zen play. It's not about the average speed of the guy. You know, he's not the fastest player on average at the end of a series, but when he wants to go, he goes very quickly. It's all about the timing for Zen. It's all about the positioning. He put up an absolute positional masterclass against Khaled in his opening match earlier today. Now he's looking to do the same thing against Nwpo, the other Saudi Arabian player in the group. Zen looking for the inverted half flip kickoff, the turtle kickoff. Didn't get it right though. This is a valid strategy before anyone thinks Zen's trolling. It is in fact a valid strategy, but he messed it up there. He looked like he was trying either to, if he'd meant to do that, landing in such a way that he could turn around and then flip, then that's a bit of a new twist on it. Usually what people do is just try to land on the ball backwards and use the jump key to flip your car back over and get a nice touch on the middle of the ball while recovering. It's actually a really good strategy when you're winning, but Zen beamed it, so it didn't work. And now here comes Nwpo, outplay the near post, 2-goal game. Will that turn into a comical misplay when we look back at it from Zen? Yeah, I'm sure a lot of you guys watching that kickoff from Zen thinking, hey, wait, look, it's me. It's me when I was in bronze. Maybe not bronze. Do bronze players flip? No. When do players start flipping? Gold? Silver? Probably gold. Zen just cutting about the midfield here. It's a bit too quick with the turning for Nwpo to keep up. Silver, yeah, silver or gold, so depending on the player, probably silver. Then people start flipping. I mean flipping on the kickoff, by the way. Obviously flipping is something bronze players can do. Great save by Zen. Closes the distance beautifully. And inside the final minute, he is fully in control of the opening game of the series. An air dribble over, hits the bar, but he doesn't need more goals right now. Zen just letting the clock work. EU silver and NA gold, stop it. NA don't play till later, we don't need to rinse them yet. Nwpo's still in touching distance here. That's a nice turnaround, catching Zen out of position again. Seen a whole lot of counter-attack goals for Nwpo in this game. Zen definitely overextending fairly consistently here. A winning kickoff would do it for Zen. He's not going to get a winning kickoff, though. In fact, he's conceded a kickoff goal. Well, that is a surprise. You'd think with this kind of time remaining, Zen would be playing a bit of a safer strategy there. He did not line himself opposite Nwpo, which is something you need to do if you're trying to wave dash recover. Nwpo just rolled right through him, and again, Nwpo has a chance here. Zen's back to save this one, but his position is precarious. Nwpo catches, flicks to the near post. Zen is there. Boost is running a bit low though. Nwpo catches him, almost out of position. It's a shot for Nwpo, top shelf, and it's in. Zen trying to hold on, trying to make it to 0 seconds. But he lost control and he's lost a 4-goal lead. It all started with a failed kickoff strat. And now, with less than 10 seconds to go, Nwpo has all the momentum. Zen. Next play on the ball. It's saved by Nwpo. That was lacking power. In fact, it's easily saved by Nwpo. He's coming the other way. Air dribble. Fake. It pops on target. Nwpo denied by a recovering Zen. Now he tries to keep it up even. Can't do it. Into overtime we go. This is the first overtime of the entire night for us. A rarity, apparently, in Salt Mine 3. Zen first up on the play. He's got the mid boost. He's got the ball off the wall in a difficult position, and he scores. For Zen, it's a simple ceiling shot. But it's the 10th goal of the game to take Nwpo down. But what a game it was. That was a real roller coaster of a game. It was all Zen, and then Nwpo finally found a way to get back into it. Yeah, we're aware that the 10's eating the dash, by the way, if anybody's noticed. We've got a little bit of a problem. We have underestimated just how many goals we're going to be flying in. And, you know, in hindsight, we probably should have seen that coming. What were we thinking? That no one would score 10 goals. Silly Salt Mine production team. And I speak for myself when I say that, because I've seen that graphic many times. At no point did I think, wait, somebody might score 10 goals. Now let's take a look at the Chalkcast highlights. If you do want to listen to an interview with one of the Salt Mine North America participants, Wavy, we had him on the Chalkcast yesterday alongside Aris. Really enjoyed the conversation. Great to talk to them. We're going to be looking to do that. If you guys want us to reach out to any Salt Mine 3 players in particular, see if they want to be on the Chalkcast. Around the 3 months that this Salt Mine is going to be taking place, Salt Mine 3 that is, let us know on socials at the Chalkcast on Twitter. You can let us know who you want to see. And when I say at the Chalkcast, it's just at Chalkcast. I meant to say at the Chalkcast Twitter, but it sounded like I said at the Chalk. No, it's just at Chalkcast. Nice in and out save from Zen. Starting game 2 off with Flair. Nwpo actually switching things up here. He's in the Octane. Now, if you watch the qualifier, you'll remember that he played a bunch of Octane and it worked out very well. When Nwpo plays Octane, you can expect one thing. That thing is speed. Now you might be saying, well, Johnny, I already expected speed from Nwpo in the Fennec. No, trust me. Add another E. You need to expect speed. More speed. So we'll see if it's going to be the answer to Zen, who's been a bit of a puzzle today that nobody can solve. Zen has tied us, so we're back to the kickoff, 1-1. Nice recovery by Zen. Ball's in his half, but so is he with the boost. That's a winning kickoff for the Frenchman. Air dribble from distance. Beautiful vision on the approach. Oh my goodness. An undefendable flip reset as well. He saw Nwpo back off, so he knew he had all the time in the world, and with that time, he played it to perfection. Nwpo cannot allow Zen to apply that same squeeze that he had in the last game. It was just a bit too much. He's responding well. He's keeping it close again here. You know, if one thing is true about the last game, it seems like it exposed a weakness in Zen's kickoff that Nwpo's trying to consistently exploit. You know, Zen has got a bunch of kickoff strategies these days. Long gone are the days where he just popped up on the one scene and didn't really know what was going on with the kickoffs and he's winning anyway. Now he's got a really good idea, but you know, you've always got to switch it up these days. You've got to be adapting constantly. Zen there with a little reverse wave dash, dodging any potential threat in the back corner. Nwpo's pre-jumped extremely early. And he does manage to close the gap at the near post on Zen's side flip shot. And here comes Zen again. Doesn't go for the flip this time. Instead, just plays for the direct air dribble. Saw a bunch of those from Vatira, just mixing things up, keeping his opponent guessing. This is Pogo's shot from Zen. Oh, what a shot that is! Placement with the Pogo shot. He's done it again. And this wasn't even against the diving opponent. I mean, he hit one of these earlier today when his opponent lunged in and didn't see it coming. Nwpo was about as far back as he could be there. He was ready for a shot, but it was still too good from Zen, who has been such a difficult player to control all day today. He continues to be a simple open net for Zen. The setup is what mattered. He saw the challenge coming and he just scooped the ball upwards into the ceiling. Watch Nwpo fly right by. A delayed kickoff for Zen. That one's going to work. This is what I'm talking about. You know, even if Nwpo's got a better standard kickoff, Zen's going to switch it up these days. Just hit the brakes right before he reached the ball there. And Nwpo could not go through him. Zen leaning back there, just absorbing the first touch. And eventually getting a goal for himself. Another delayed kickoff for Zen, this time on the diagonal spawn. One which Nwpo goes right past. He's got a flip to work with here. Zen's got a pre-flip to save the shots on target. Nwpo jumping early there. Zen heard him. You can see he immediately started making a move, but he's bailed on trying to score this because the angle did not really line up for him. Very calculated play by Zen. Mind game from Nwpo. Ineffective. Zen just watches the ball come towards him and collects it without any panic at all. Zen wasting a lot of time here. This is the second game that he's done this, where he just lets the clock work, lets the clock force Nwpo to make risky plays. Now, last game when he did this, Nwpo did come back from 4 goals down, so he'll know that this is far from over. Nwpo's got the explosivity, he's got the comeback potential. And oh dear, that's a misplay from Zen. That's going to be a goal for Nwpo. He won't waste any time scoring it because he's down by 3, now 2. A big mistake there by Zen. He just double jumps completely by mistake and passes the ball to his opponent. Zen, not for the first time, taking the ball backwards with the kickoff. He's sticking with the ball here, even though it's in his half. That's a kickoff win. Ceiling shot from Zen with a mind game. Couple of twists thrown in to completely fool Nwpo, who just did not see that one coming. It's such a constant threat. At any point during the play, Zen could be flipping, so Nwpo just has to respect it. And unfortunately for him, Zen has just made it impossible to read. Another delayed kickoff from Zen there. He's really liking that in this second game. He had some problems at the end of game 1 with this kickoff, and he's found the solution, it would seem. Oh, what a shot. Wow, Nwpo responds with a ferocious shot to the top corner. Zen giving him a compliment for that one. Wave dashes under the ball, pops it as well. And what a goal that is. These two have been sending haymakers into each other's nets. Nwpo with the control of the following possession in the back corner. Has to use a lot of boost to get this one into a threatening position. He wants the demo. In fact, he's chased Zen away and now has an open goal. Zen knew that there was a threat of a demo here. If you're wondering why is he running away from this one, why is he boosting away from the ball? He knows if he stops, he's going to get demoed, so he had to boost away, but in doing so, he made it impossible for himself to save the follow-up shot. Zen on that approach actually looked over his car. You guys were watching Nwpo's POV. Zen threw his joystick up to see what Nwpo is doing, maybe expecting Nwpo to be delaying the kickoff as well. But yes, that's mid-kickoff. After he's flipped, he's looking over the ball. Ridiculous awareness by Zen. And in the next play, he counters to go up 7-5. It's desperate for Nwpo again. He's been under pressure in both these games, but just like the last game, he's got a really, really strong kickoff to the inside to come back. And if you watch the Khaled Zen series earlier today, Zen was exposed on this inside line a couple of times against Khaled as well. Zen isn't really getting goal side before flipping on his standard kickoffs. That's all Nwpo needs to push the ball through him. Aerial play from Nwpo. He saw the jump early. Zen's tracking this one the whole way. He recovers to get the boost as well. Nwpo thought he was one step ahead, and now he's in defense. Great pre-jump on the defensive play from both players, in fact. Zen at one end, Nwpo at the other. We're right back into the same position. Again, it's a pre-jump. This time Zen lands in a difficult position. He had to run away from Nwpo there. Boost seal coming through for Nwpo. Zen has to leave the ball. This is far from ideal. Low 50 from Nwpo. Can he get the control? Yes, he can. That looks pretty good to me. But Zen denies it, recovers, and he's trying to stick to the ball here. He's just about kept control of the situation. Nwpo reversing all the way down the other side of the pitch, but Zen walks in. Nwpo didn't think Zen had control. He was expecting Zen to keep flipping into the ball, but Zen just casually walks it into the orange goal. A ridiculous play. But really, with this much time left on the clock, Nwpo had to hope that Zen was just driving into the ball there and that he could collect the back corner boost and have a possession for free. Flipping into the ball when your opponent's got zero boost, you're just giving them what they want. Nwpo didn't want to give Zen what he wants, but it didn't matter. Zen took it from him anyway. And eventually it's 9-6, another convincing win for Zen. And this really does put that one win Khaled got against him earlier on in perspective. Khaled played Zen very close, and since then he has swept his next opponent, and he's 2-0 up on one of the other favorites in the group. Just different level. We're going to take a look at some of the results that's happening across the group, across both groups actually. Like we said earlier, there's 6 games going on right now for every round of the group stage. We'll have either 6 or 3 games played. So 2-0, Rawas against Oski. 2-0 Toxic, TRK over Toxic is not going well for Toxic today. Moxie 1-1, tied with Atto. Atto getting a game there, and Khaled up 2-1 on Nas. Group B is going to be wide open if Atto and Khaled can win there. Everyone will finish the day with at least one win. Unfortunately for Toxic and Shadi in Group A, they've been extremely up against it with tough schedules today. But yeah, they still have each other to play. Yeah, it looks like Vatira Shadi 0-0. I'm trying to find out what's going on with that one for you guys so I can figure out what is what the delay is. Meanwhile, we're going to jump into game 3 on the mainstream, and we're going to find out if Zen can sweep Nwpo. Beat him again. I mean, he's beaten him every time they played. He really does seem to have his number. Looks like it might be the subpar but an HD match that started late. So yeah, we might be throwing all of you guys over to subpar but an HD again if this continues to be a 3-0. Now let's see what can Nwpo do. He's changed the preset, sticking with the Octane, but he's changed the preset, trying to get a different feel for this game. Trying to make something happen. Now remember that although Europe will be done after this round of matches, North America will begin. We're going to have 3 rounds of North American group stage action for Salt Mine 3. Immediately after EU finishes, we're not going to put the stream offline or anything. We're just going to keep streaming and cover NA as well. Oh my goodness, Zen has just hit the most ridiculous shot of the day. Oh my word. How has he done that with such a little boost? Pure perfection. With a rebound redirect off his own back wall. Nwpo thought the boost seal was up. Zen thinks otherwise. I can't believe he even went for that. He had such a little boost, but he was still able to generate so much power. And I mean, when you're out of boost like that, you need to at least get some distance on those kind of shots, because you're in so much trouble if it goes nowhere. Nwpo's right beside you, stealing your boost. If you hit that close range, you're vulnerable to the demo. You're vulnerable to an immediate counterplay. No, not Zen. He just hits it first try. It's ridiculous. But all that just to concede again. Nwpo's up 2-1. Goal of the day still only counts for 1. I'm assuming goal of the day. I don't think any... has there been a better goal on another channel? I mean, there's a lot of Rocket League. It's a tough question. I don't know if any of you have got 6 monitors. Don't know if any of you have split up the 6 matches that have been happening at the same time and watched all of them. But I would bet that's probably goal of the day. Has Zen scored another one? I don't think yet. Is it goal of the tournament? Yeah, well, the tournament being one day. I suppose if you're counting the qualifiers as well, that would still be goal of the tournament. Type 1 in chat if you had all 6 matches on. You absolute legends. I should have said type 6 in chat, shouldn't I? Anyway, we've gone for 1. It's fine. Big dunk from Zen. That's going to leave Nwpo no chance to come back. No way. Have you guys actually got all the matches open? That's insane if you do. Well played. One, but my PC sounds like an airplane. Fair enough. Yeah, if your PC sounds like an airplane is about to take off, probably stick with 1 match. I would leave 6 for another day. Nwpo caught out of position again. Zen with a perfect first touch. Sets up the ripper off the wall. Look at that first touch by Zen. That is just gorgeous. To keep it under control, give himself the perfect run-up. I mean, he really did just throw himself into that one. He's just been on a different level. He's been on his own level, as he often has been since he exploded onto the scene at the end of this year. About halfway through this year, I should say. And he doesn't look like he's going to lose momentum anytime soon. Zen keeps chugging on forward. Nwpo does not have an answer for him. Boost advantage or no, Zen gets pace on the ball. Just to keep you guys updated, I've been tuning in throughout the stream today. Nwpo is currently undefeated in the group. He's 3-1'd Moxie, and he's 3-0'd Khaled, a player who took a game off Zen earlier today. So for this to be a 3-0 is a big surprise based on how the games have been going today for both of these guys. Mainly Nwpo's success that he's had earlier on. It's just been completely nullified. My only criticism of Zen is that he has given away quite a lot of free goals. Between game 1 and now this game right in front of your very eyes, he has given away quite a lot of free goals, but the silver lining there is it shows he's got confidence in his offense, he's got confidence in his aerial game, he's not held back at all. He's really still pushing the limit. He's taking it to unknown levels with aerial offense. Oh, Nwpo catches him though. That's a really good shot by Nwpo. Zen did not think Nwpo was going to be in position for this one. Really good boost management by Nwpo to have speed coming out of his own back corner there. Zen probably thought Nwpo was just playing for the boost. A 4-4. He's been close at some point in all of those games, in all these games. He just hasn't been able to get the job done. Now he's starting to do it a little bit more successfully. Great pop with the flip reset in midfield. I mean, when your opponent's pre-jumping as early as Zen has, you need not only to have an early reset on the ball, you need to get some power on it as well. That's exactly what Nwpo did there. Zen backing off to save the immediate shot. That's going to lead to a boost steal for Nwpo though. Zen making a path around the box to grab the small pads, and then pre-jumps to cover the top corner before break checking Nwpo's attempted demo. Nwpo actually got the boost on spawn there. That's perfect timing. Now wants to double tap and the dunk, and it goes through. Just perfect timing there for Nwpo. He picked up the boost exactly as it appeared. Zen was probably not immediately sure whether or not he had it, but that timing was just immaculate. He had the 10 seconds down so well that I think he got it as he was leaving the pad. Nwpo with a good lead for the first time in a while. Can he hold on to it? Zen faking the touch on the wall. Nwpo actually intercepts that one. Zen getting tricky with it. Chain dash into position. And now here he comes with another high-flying play. It's an air dribble that Nwpo saves very successfully. That's a massive save by Nwpo. Stayed outside of his net while doing it. Long-time viewers of the stream will know about this, but when you get those diving saves across the goal, it's so important that you land on the back wall, not inside your net. Gives you possession and often gives you the boost advantage. That's what happened there for Nwpo, and he's able to use that boost in the next play to secure more. Stay in the game. And now he's got a 3-goal lead. Tricks needed by Zen. Nwpo's found control in this game that he did not have previously. And he's still got control of this part of the game as well. Zen using all of his boosts to wrestle possession off of him. He doesn't really have any left over to play with after he got the ball. Aerial shot by Nwpo. Well saved by Zen, but not good enough. Nwpo scores before Zen can recover. This is huge as well. Like I said earlier, games matter in this format. It's not just about the series win. You need games to break ties if you do end up on the same series score as one of your opponents in the group when all is said and done. And with Nwpo beating Moxie, there's a definite possibility that we could have a 3-way tie at the top of this group if Zen can win this one, and then if Moxie can beat Zen. Moxie hasn't got a winning record against Zen, but it is in the realms of possibility that we could have a 3-way tie here. So the games really matter. Nwpo needs games badly, and looks like he's about to get one here, and he absolutely will. Slots it and puts the game really beyond any doubt. Nice pre-jump to cover the near post. Nwpo will get one, at least in this series. I think Zen earlier on, he did forfeit a game against Khaled. Didn't he forfeit game 2, if I recall? But he didn't forfeit here, obviously. I mean, this is a little bit closer to the end of the game that the scoreline opened up. It was winnable until about 30, 40 seconds left, maybe just 25 seconds left when Nwpo got control. That's a lovely goal by Zen. It's too little too late, but he's done well again to style on his opponent. Yeah, Zen playing this one out, he's just going to try and mentally reset. Not that he looks tilted or anything, but, you know, just get a fresh feel going into the next game with another worldie. Why not? Just add another one to the list. I feel like Nwpo didn't even want to try and defend this. He's like, you know what, I'm going to let you have that one, because if I jump, you're still going to score, and it's just going to make me look worse. Zen absolutely boomed it in anyway. Not a bad finish. So 2-1. No sweeps on stream today. We had 3-1 Zen go over Khaled. We had 3-1 Vatira over TRK. And now we've got the setup for the 3-1 Zen over Nwpo. Will it happen? We'll have to wait and see. Look at that. Field control and boost consumption by Nwpo really got the pressure on Zen in this game. And even though even though Zen was able to get more possession, that means that he's had the last touch on the ball for longer than Nwpo. It wasn't really in the best parts of the field for him. He was backed up into corners, and it was mostly in his half, and that's what caused Nwpo to have so many shots. Zen to have to make more saves. Yeah, boost consumption is pretty high for Nwpo, no surprise there. Now, do we have a quick look at the results before we jump into the next round? Let's have a quick glance at what is happening across the board. Some of the matches already finished here. Was has 3-0'd Oski. TRK has 3-0'd Toxic, so Rawas is perfect in the group for Group A. Vatira has also just 3-0'd Shadi, so that one's not updated yet, but it is finished. Moxie has come back against Atto, Zen and Nwpo, obviously at 2-1 here. And Kaladin Nas has just gone into Game 5, so lots still happening in Group B, even though Group A matches are done. That being said, let's get into Game 4. Over here on the main stream. Can Zen close out the deal, or will Nwpo start to come back a little bit more? Yeah, I forgot to mention as well, Vatira is also perfect in Group A. Vatira and Rawas both 3-0 in Group A. TRK is 2-1 in Group A. Oski is the only other player to win a game in that group. He's 1-2. Win a series, I should say. And yeah, Shadi, Toxic, both on 0 wins at the end of day 1. Very important across the board. We'll be talking a lot about playoffs and how you make playoffs in Salt Mine. You have to be top 4 in your group, but 5th and 6th is a big deal as well, because if you finish 5th instead of 6th, then you do not have to re-qualify for the next stage of the competition through the promo relegation tournament. You just go straight into stage 2. So, big difference there. There could be a decider in the final round tomorrow. Players playing for their tournament life in the next stage. Oh, that's a lot of whip on that shot from Zen. As he goes up 2 off the sidewall in defense. Really nice contact. Such an understanding of how to get power on the ball from different angles. I know a lot of you guys want to know about when these events are happening. Again, I would direct you all to Wikipedia. The whole tournament is up on there already with all the dates, all of the times, the whole format listed, so you can see what's happening and when it's happening. I won't be covering open qualifiers most likely throughout the event myself, but luckily community streamers have been helping out with that. They've been covering the action. Oh wow, how's that not gone in? Nwpo's trying to disrupt Zen and just let the ball go in. It hasn't worked out. The ball's just rolled to safety. Well done, Zen. Dodges the demo for point blank range. And now he's just skipped past Nwpo in the midfield to set up another shot. That's going to be tough to stop. Well, he's boomed the bar though. Zen, I think he tried to put that one a little bit closer to on target. Still has control, but would have expected a bit more out of that play. Beautiful recovery by Nwpo there. Zen keeping it in an awkward position though. Notice what Zen did there. He just popped the ball directly over his opponent. Putting it over your opponent's head when they've got momentum makes it very difficult for them to get it. So you've got to stop before you can jump up. And when you stop, of course, you lose all your momentum. Something you don't want to do in Rocket League. Something Nwpo never wants to do. But it's something that's just plaguing him more and more in this series. Zen easily dispossesses him and snipes a shot from distance. Is that news accurate? We're hearing in chat that, or I saw in chat that Khaled beat Nas. Did Khaled close out the Nas series? Because if he did, that is wide open for Group B across the board. Wow, he did. That's crazy. It's crazy in the sense of what it does for Group B. It's actually not crazy as a result. In and of itself, they're both very close, in fact, in most people's rankings, including my own. But well done, Khaled. I think he's probably answered a lot of critics with that one. Nwpo massive dunk there on the reverse challenge by Zen. Since I know a lot of people are going to say it, I should probably mention as well, before we get too deep into this game, yeah, you're gonna run into spoilers in a tournament like this. Just inevitable. Beautiful shot on the turn by Nwpo, by the way. That was absolutely perfect. Just took the ball away from Zen. Look at the control as he turns around to flick it top shelf. Ridiculous speed at that kind of, or ridiculous control at that kind of speed. But yeah, spoilers are inevitable. I can't really apologize for spoilers happening in a format like this where it's my job to keep everybody watching live up to date with what's happening live. There's 6 matches happening at the same time, so you're gonna hear about them. I would still encourage you to go and find those games on all the channels that they're being broadcasted, the ones you're interested in, and you can keep up with all the action on video. But yeah, there's going to be spoilers. When we get to the playoffs, obviously 1 game at a time for the final day of the playoffs, that's when you can obviously dodge spoilers, because we will not have more than 1 game happening at once. Oh, big commitment there from Nwpo. He looked like he had a small lead visually in getting to the boost first, but the server said no. Zen was actually aligned properly to pick up the boost, so he got it. I definitely call that one of the plays that Nwpo on his screen with 108 ping. Yeah, he probably got to the boost first, but he knows that he's not going to have the best visual representation of what's happening in those kind of situations. Races to boost. You've got to always remember when you're playing with a slight ping disadvantage that if it looks like you're slightly ahead, you might be slightly behind, which is probably what happened there. Why he committed so heavily to a losing race. Doing very well in this series, though. Zen was not far away from completely sweeping. And now it's Nwpo who's starting to elevate. Zen messes up his flick, but he's still got a really big advantage in the position, and he does well, just keeping it away from Nwpo. We're not really putting it in positions where his saves are going to be easy. Again, just over his head. Tough to save that one with a post pinch or a crossbar pinch. Really the only 2 ways to clear a ball like that. Zen takes the 1-goal lead again. Will it be all 3 1s in the EU matches today on my stream? Oh, no, if Nwpo's got anything to say about it. 5-5. Zen going back to mostly standard kickoffs in this game. I want to see more of those delays that he was using earlier. They seem to really be working in his favor, but he's gone away from them. Not that his kickoffs have been bad, they've just not been as tricky as perhaps I'd like. Zen with the hop dunk attempt. It's taken away from him, but he gets it right back with the boost steal. Not the best first touch by Zen, though. That invites an easy challenge by Nwpo, who's threatening a shot here. Zen reads it perfectly. I mean, how many times have we seen this today? That perfect pre-jump from Zen, where he's not just pre-jumping and getting a touch on the ball, he's pre-jumping and he controls the touch on the ball. So he's in the perfect place. Nwpo trying to trip it over him. Zen blocks. That's not the touch Nwpo wanted. Did not get the distance on the clear that he was looking for. But he might have a shot here. Goes for it. Bit of an awkward hit on the ball, but oh, Zen's let his guard down. Nwpo catches him, and now Zen spawns far post. Is he going to get there? No, he's not. Nwpo caught him napping. He just saw the opportunity for the demo, and with the far post spawn from Zen, he had a lot of ground to cover. Too much ground to cover, in fact. Great placement by Nwpo to slot it over him. 37 seconds to go. Nwpo in the lead as we get closer and closer to game 5. Nwpo trying to make it 2 here. Mind game onto Zen. He's got full control. He is forcing Zen to do his bidding right now. Zen has to find an opening. He's really trying to force the issue here, and it's not like he's got any other option. Zen has to do something, but he's been demoed on the back wall. Nwpo spots him again. It's a similar position, but even more creative by Nwpo. Look at the path he took to this demo. He came straight down off the back wall, realizing that Zen was directly under him, and it makes it a 2-goal game with just 8 seconds left. It's a kickoff goal required for Zen if he's going to win this game, and he's not going to get one. We're headed to game 5. In fact, it's Nwpo with a kickoff goal to rub salt in the wound. FF from Zen, and we are going to the ace match. We've not looked at some highlights for a while. I feel like we should probably look at some highlights here. More flashy plays from both these guys, as we've seen in all of these games today. Nwpo's turned it around. Whereas in game 1 and 2, it was all Zen. He was fully controlling where the game's being played. Now it's Nwpo. He has done a phenomenal job to come back here. Here's a look back at game 1. Zen was just too strong. Denied the comeback win. In game 2, it really never looked like it was going to be anyone's except Zen there. He just had Nwpo's number. And Nwpo didn't give up. He just hung in there. And then he started to thrive. You know, the Octane Nwpo has been doing a great job nullifying Zen in these 3rd and 4th games. Now remember that this is the game to decide who will end the day undefeated. We've got 2 undefeated players in Group A. We've got Rawas and Vatira, both 3-0 at the end of the day. Vatira actually only dropping a single game all day. Absolutely insane from him. Zen and Nwpo are both 8-game wins and now 3-game losses in total on the day. The winner will go 3-0 in series. The loser will join Moxie at 2-1. Who's going to be the favorite to take the group? This game will tell us. Alright, so Nwpo's got all of the momentum right now. Can Zen stop him? Like, we're actually got Fennec Nwpo here again. He's really been switching a lot today. But, you know, he's looked good in both cars at different points throughout the day, so I feel like it's just whatever he feels like going into the lobby. And a good start for Nwpo as he sets up what could be the opening goal. It is. It's a pretty straight shot, but it's not one that Zen has an answer to. It looks like Zen was just he timed his jump a little bit wrong. It didn't look like he had the correct preparation for that particular shot. He's probably expecting the shot to be just a touch later based on the way that he positioned. Now Zen on the counter attack and an easily slotted one at that. Nwpo just underneath him, looking up at the ball in the air, hopelessly, as Zen flip resets the open net. It is worth mentioning, Nwpo after today will have played against both Moxie and Zen, the other 2 favorites in the group. Moxie and Zen have to play against each other tomorrow. So if Zen wins, or rather if Nwpo wins this, he really is putting himself as a favorite to the group. And look at him go. Exquisite shooting from the near post area. Another one that Zen can't stop. Just an air roll under the ball there from Nwpo in a position it really didn't look like getting under the ball would be a thing. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. Nwpo looking at win against Zen for the first time. And not only that, but reverse sweep him. But Zen finds a solution to the kickoff. That's a big moment for him. He's not been having the best of times with kickoffs the last 2 games. So that one is going to feel good. Oh, Nwpo actually bumped Zen off the kickoff. It looked like it was going to be his. Zen's back. What is going on? That was an exchange you so rarely see. It looked like Zen's ball. Nwpo knocked him off of it. Zen recovered anyway. And now Nwpo scores from that same near post. He is just thriving from this area with his shooting right now. That is just an undefendable catch and flick from Nwpo. Absolutely ridiculous. Speed in the setup again. So confident with his ground game right now. Nwpo looking to surprise Zen with the early challenge. Zen not surprised at all. Looks like he didn't have an answer to that challenge though. Zen trying to keep the attack alive here. His boost is running out, so he's got to be so careful. Back corner boost is spawning in a moment if Nwpo wants to go back for it. I've got a feeling that he's got other ideas based on his current direction. And it is up for him when he retreats. Zen with the dribble. Air dribble bump attempt. It lands, but he saved his own shot. Oh, it's bounced middle. Zen would have been so unfortunate if that bounced into the corner, because he hit the bar with his car after demoing Nwpo and saved his own shot. If that went into the back corner, I don't think he was going to be able to score it. That's kind of crazy. Brilliant switch up though by Zen. He's not gone to air dribble bumps all that often this series. And that was definitely a shot that Nwpo was ill prepared for. Zen with the boost advantage, trying to create some space in the midfield. Nwpo can find speed from other ways. Refusing to back down. He has to be so careful about the counter-attack though. There it is, direct shot from Zen. Good read though by Nwpo. He didn't panic, he knew it was off target. Deflected it into the back corner, and now Zen's in a bit of trouble. He's backed up to the ball. This is where Nwpo's been scoring from all game, and this time it sets up a goal, but Zen denies him. Mind game by Nwpo, not the play. Zen's wave dash fails. The mechanics are starting to crumble. The usually perfect Zen in the final game of the day has made some mistakes. That's open though. Can he do it? No, he can't. Zen has missed another wave dash after missing an open net. He overhit the setup, but what on earth is that flick by Moxie? Not Moxie, sorry, Nwpo. You can understand why I would think it was Moxie that did that, because what on earth just happened? He just hit the backboard, and now Zen is somehow doubling this. What is going on? We've got 1 minute and 35 to go. Zen charges in, and surely now he's going to take the lead. It's wide open, and he does. 4-3. Zen, after one of the most ridiculous back and forths I've ever seen, breaks the deadlock. Yeah, come on, give me a break. To be fair, that looked exactly like Moxie. I saw a flick like that, and my brain knew what was happening. Or my brain thought it knew what was happening. Oh, it's another kickoff goal. It is another kickoff goal. Zen did the only thing he could. He tried to pre-flip into a bump, but he just didn't get there in time. Good try though by Zen. That was the only play he had in that position. He couldn't get to the ball, tried to pre-flip into a bump. Was not meant to be. Tied again. Both players perfect on the day. One of them has to lose. And Nwpo has the advantage as the final minute approaches. Zen trying to take it off away from him though, and he has. Resilience from Zen. He is just so hard to catch in the back corner. Nwpo trying to get in a position to trip him up there. Zen just did not let it happen. 5-4 now. Zen in control again. Still so much time left in the game. And another strong kickoff for Nwpo to the inside. Zen is consistently weak on this side, but it's a pass. I think Zen's missed it. Well, Nwpo didn't think so. He hits it into the corner. Zen's missed the boost steal, he misses the ball. And to be fair, Nwpo did not expect either of those things to happen, so he wasn't prepared for it. What is going on? Somehow Zen has got another full range air dribble and he's scoring it. It seems like it's all going wrong for Zen in these moments, and then he just scores. Nwpo's almost getting baited in by these small mistakes, and he forgets that at any minute Zen could just lob the ball into his net from distance. Kick-off possession for Nwpo, much needed. And he gets it, but that is not the bounce he wanted if he's trying to go into the air. That one is. Nwpo with a takeoff. Big battle right now happening with the mid-air 50-50. Zen has fallen over, but the recovery's still good. Triple save for Zen to keep himself in the lead by 2. Nwpo backs off for boost. Zen's mind-gaming him, and the close-range flick is just too accurate. Nwpo calls GG's. Zen takes it in 5. Nwpo just cannot get a win on him. What a series though. Great stuff by both players. I think it was pretty clear to see that at the end of this one, the fatigue was really starting to get to them. 3 best of 5s of 1v1, back to back to back. Very, very difficult to do. But they've done it. And that confirms Zen as #1 of the group at the end of day 1. 3 players remain undefeated. We'll take a look at the group stage in a minute. Zen is one of them. The others are Roas and Moxie. Or Roas and Batira, sorry. I keep saying Moxie when I'm trying to say other players. Not Moxie, he actually lost today. But he's 2-1, he's not doing too badly. Yeah, let's get the Zen's silence. Probably the 1, maybe 2 doubters that he had. I don't know if he had many doubters, to be honest, coming into today. But if he did, he silenced them. He's perfect in the group after day 1. And he did it, stopping a crazy comeback. Now, guys, we actually don't have any time to go over pretty much anything. We have to go to break right now because North America is starting in a few minutes. So I don't want to keep the NA players waiting, but let's take one look at the groups, the final groups of the day. And then we're going to go to break for North America. That was a really long series between these two. But yeah, NA is starting in just a few minutes, so we don't want to keep them waiting. But yeah, here you go. A final look at the standings at the end of the day. Now, Zen is the only player who's not updated there. He has 3 wins in Group B, and Nwpo has 1 loss in Group B. That's the only one that hasn't been added, because it literally just happened. But Group A is complete. It's top to bottom. That is what's going on in Group A. We've got Shadi and Toxic. They're both without a win. They play tomorrow. And Atto also without a win in Group B. We'll see if he can get one tomorrow against either Khaled or I think he's playing against... who else have you got tomorrow? I've got it over here. He's playing against Nwpo as well. It's going to be a tough day for him, for sure.